Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. And of course, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And honors and salutations to all you Akim, labor in this truth and sincerity. This is pretty much, this is going to, another random thought. It's going to be a quick lesson. And, and it's going to be dealing with conquering your demons. Meaning what? Like in its truth, there's certain things that you gotta, like the scriptures say, mortify the deeds of your flesh. So you gotta keep it real with yourself. Like you gotta, like the scriptures say in 2 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, right? I think it's verse 5 or verse 8. Pardon me on the verse, but it says, "Examine thyself whether you be in the truth or not." So you gotta check yourself, man. And you got to see, because sometimes it's a demon. The spirit, I was thinking about this. I said, let me just press record while I'm driving. Just put it out there. Maybe it might reach certain brothers and help them with whatever they dealing with. Because you got certain demons, which is all part of the obstacles, the temptation, while you're in this truth. And you got them demons that that you might have a hard time with. Like when some of you brothers first come in, one main demon was a smoking demon. I know a lot of brothers, had to deal with that. I mean, I had to deal with that 20 some odd years ago, you know what I'm saying? Because, you're coming up from a fucked up world. So, but I had to cut that out cold turkey, man. The Spirit showed me, if you want to advance in this knowledge, and because, when you come in, you pray for that wisdom, like King Solomon did, The Spirit showed me that, look, you're going to have to cut that shit off. So I cut it off early. Once I joined the camp, not too long after, I had to stop smoking, weed, cigarettes, or whatever. So that's a demon that you got to conquer. It might be drinking. Like I love to drink. That's probably, before whether a piece of pussy or some yak, some the finest yak, go. I mean, both go well together. What I'm saying? But the point is, I like to drink, and I know that. Throughout, and the scriptures tell you about that, man. Give strong drink to them that are ready to perish, and them that be of a heavy heart. And while you're in this truth, you're going to always have all kind of shit on your mind. You're going to go, so you brothers that are stressed out or whatever the case is, you're going through certain ills being in this kingdom, just know, like the scriptures tell you in 2 Thessalonians, the 1st chapter, verse 7 and 8, just know that there's other brothers that's going through the same thing. Then 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, no temptation is taking you, but such as is common to men. So you're not the only one going through whatever it is you might be going through. You might be fucked up over child support. You might be backed up on your rent, your car payments, or insurance, and you know what I'm saying? You might, have health issues. Oh, man, listen, and from the apostles on down, all of us go through it, still go through it, been through it already, or we're going through it. And other brothers throughout the world is going through it. So you gotta keep it real with yourself, and you got to see if maybe I don't have enough faith. Maybe I'm not being faithful. Scriptures do say to pray and ask the Most High. If you got a demon on you that doesn't allow you to study, right? That could be a demon that bothers brothers. When it's time to study the scriptures, you start falling asleep or whatever. Then that's something that you got to conquer. You got to pray to the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You got to pray for everything. Prayer is important. That's why Yahweh Shai said men ought to pray always and cease not. Like before you do lessons or whatever, it's always great to send up a prayer, whether in your head or collectively if you're with the Akim, So that's a good thing, but that's a part of conquering those demons. And like I said, with me drinking, throughout the years, and I know I'm not the only brother, because, Jake liked to drink, and which ain't nothing wrong with it. It's not against the scriptures, but, it can jack you up if you go overboard with it. So I knew, I said, you know what, I got to pull back from it, Not that I stopped, but I don't, and then when you get older, you can't really drink like you used to anyway, man. When we first came in, man, the apostles and the elders, they'll tell you, brother, we was drinking like fish, man. Be up all night drinking to 3 and 4 in the morning, talking about the scriptures or what we learned in class, because we was going to class and everything, and then get up like 3 or 4 hours later, go to work, and do it again at the class and all the other stuff. But, when you get older, you got to check yourself. You got to, hey, these bodies ain't going with us, but you got to make sure that you keep it in some type of shape, So some brothers' demon might be food, man. You might be You might have a greedy demon on you that want to eat every goddamn thing you see, man. You might have a fried chicken demon you gotta conquer. Whatever it is, man, you know what you going through, you gotta conquer it, man. You know what I'm saying? Some brother, I know one brother, he had a chocolate chip cookie demon, you know, a cookie dough demon. You know what I'm saying? And he be fighting it, and you gotta conquer it, man. You know, whatever it is that, in other words, whatever demons you got that could become hindering you from serving the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, you got to conquer it. You might have a demon where, you know, because there ain't nothing wrong if you got children. If you got time to deal with them, you deal with them accordingly. But you might end up having a demon on you where you become like a Bill Cosby demon. You got to check yourself, improve yourself. Wait a minute, man. I'm over here worrying about where I'm going to take my kids out for the weekend or what action park we're going to. And meanwhile, I could have been doing a lesson. You know, I'm not even thinking about spiritual things. You're supposed to be thinking about spiritual things. You gotta check yourself, man. In other words, you gotta be honest with yourself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to brothers too. I'm not talking about none of the other people outside the fold or the scoffers or whatever, because they're not gonna keep it real with themselves anyway. Bottom line, you gotta keep it real with yourself. You gotta be honest, man. You know, you gotta be honest. So, you know, the Spirit had me just do this real quick video, just in case there's brothers that's out there that got things that's holding them back. You might have a damn high sex drive where, you know, hey, we Israelites, we love, you know what I'm saying, we love having sex, you know what I'm saying, dealing with these chicks and everything. And you might find that you're dealing too much. Your mind is all about these women, you know? At the end of the day, you got to just deal with that, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be real with yourself, man. You know what? Let me fall back. And of course, when you try to conquer the demon or whatever, you know, that's when them hoes are going to be coming at you full force. And you might be feeling like you that nigga, but you ain't realizing that, that's Satan. And the longer that you with these women, you know, they're going to take away from your time from serving the Lord. That's why the Apostle Paul said they that have wives be as though they had none. You know, and if you might have certain women out there that believe or whatever the case is, but they might have a problem with, you know, they might get that pride demon jumps on them, you know, and then they start bucking up, coming against their husband or whatever. They got to rebuke that. They got to, you know, hey, you got to humble yourself. You got to conquer that demon, you know. But anyway, that's pretty much what I want to say, man. You got to conquer your demons. You know, the worst enemy in this truth is yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's all good to call the white man the devil and prophesy about the destruction, but at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you're working on yourself through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So hopefully this edifies you, brothers. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.